Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Brian Altano here for IGN Live at PAX 2015 with our good friends at YouTube Gaming. I'm joined today by Jordan, a.k.a. Captain Sparkles, and JC, a.k.a. Do you have an a.k.a.?
Nah, just JC's fine.
We're going to get you one by the end of this segment.
Oh, no.
You guys, we're here to play Nintendo games.
Yeah.
That's like pretty much the best way to start the day. So all day long, we're going to be live streaming from this stage, playing awesome video games. But we're starting with some that are very near and dear to my heart, and that's Yoshi and Zelda. That's a good way to start the day.
It's an amazing way to
So
start.
what'd you bring us today? What's going on?
So we're going to show a couple levels from Yoshi's Woolly World, and I think a lot of people are pretty familiar about Yoshi's Woolly World. But I think what's really interesting is, although it's fun to get through, if you just want to complete it because it's really cute and you just want to get through the whole thing, you can. But if you really want that challenge, there are some levels that have teeth. Mm-hmm. So we're probably going to see a couple levels here that are a little bit more challenging than most, that incorporate a lot of the different mechanics in the game, that encourage you to think a little bit deeper about what you're going to do and plan your moves beforehand. So it'll be a lot of fun to watch.
I'm very specifically obsessed with amiibo. I'm collecting all of them. I don't know if you are.
I have not.
You're not. You haven't opened that door yet.
No,
Do you have any of them?
I don't have any of the amiibo.
Okay, so here's the secret. When you have one, it's okay. When you have a ton of them, they start looking really good together. It's kind of like that scene in Smash Brothers when they're all laid on the table. And the amiibo support in this game specifically is just awesome. There's a costume for pretty much almost, how many different? There's like 60 of them?
There's something like that. I know that for people that can't or that haven't seen it just yet, if you do have an amiibo, and when you pick up Yoshi's Woolly World, just scan it and you'll get like a skin for it. So if you have like a Mario amiibo and you tap it, you may have just this really cute Yoshi with this mustache across his nose. He's got like the overalls in the red and blue, and if you just you can just keep tapping your amiibo and see what happens. But real quick about what's happening right here on screen is you're actually seeing one of the world's called Woolet Bill's Last Ride, and as you can see, the Yoshi player right now is actually trying to just kind of use that Woolet Bill. And he's been using the same Woolet Bill at the bottom to ride all the way to the end of the stage. So you have to be real careful here not to eat the Woolet Bill, not to get hit by the moles that are coming from the top. And, they've put quite a few obstacles in here, so doing pretty good. Uh-oh, come on, you can make it.
Are you able to transfer to a different bullet bill that's flying higher up, or you have to stay on your bottom one?
You could temporarily, but none of them are as useful as the one that he's staying on right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on, you got this. He's supposed to go over, come down. You have to be really careful. Don't ground pound, because it will go through the cloud. You have to kind of know that, but use it earlier on the stage.
So Bullet Bill's Last Ride, is this sort of the canonical ending of the Bullet Bill character?
Oh, I don't know, man. It's Woolet Bill, so technically it's a woolly Bullet Bill.
Oh, it's the loopholes. I love this right here, by the way. So what I really appreciate about this game is that it does look pretty challenging in parts, but it's still so adorable and accessible.
It is, and I think that's the fun part of it. If you've never played a Yoshi game before, it's really easy to pick up the controls. They're simple. You can use a variety of them, and it's fun because you can play with someone maybe that knows, like get a two-player game co-op going on. At the same time, if you're really familiar with the Yoshi franchise and you're like, oh man, I love Yoshi's Island, I've played all these other Yoshi games, this game has got plenty of really deep things you could really go into. I'm probably going to see a little more challenging levels. So that was 3S. And what's really cool, what you just saw right there is in each of the levels you can unlock kind of a little kind of colorway for Yoshi. And in each, so like some of the levels are kind of weird because right now he's kind of looks like a chicken almost. He's got the comb in the back. He's got the beak nose. Other ones will be, there's even like one with a snowflake on his nose over there. But we're gonna go into 5S and Yoshi's Curtain Call. This is a fun little challenging level, and I think you guys get a kick out of this one.
I really dig the obviously entire aesthetic of the game, but the overworld specifically, I think that's some of the first I've seen of some of it. It's really cool to see him just sort of running around it's almost like a Super Mario 3D World or Super Mario Brothers 3. Mm-hmm. It's nice to see that kind of stuff. I'm the kind of guy that when I play Mario games, I don't go on to the next stage until I've collected everything. Like, I'm totally completionist with it.
Oh man, you're one of those, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, all the coins,
everything.
I can't bring myself to do that.
Really?
Like, I just want to
keep
through
going
to the next thing. I don't know, man. To each his own.
Well, then that's good because you guys can play it the exact same way. Oh, go back. Yes.
Wow,
that's awesome. This level's pretty evil, man. So yes, you can do it either way. If you just want to get through it, you can totally get through it. But if you do want to collect stuff, trust me, You have one shot. Remember, so far we have not seen a checkpoint in the middle of any of these levels.
Yeah, what's going
You
on
have
with that?
to nail it. No, there's one shot. You have one shot at this entire level. These are all.
Is that for most of them, or?
No, this is just for the
okay.
special worlds. Like this is what we're looking at here is a world 5S. So you do have to unlock this world. But ooh, go back. You got this. Yeah, there we go.
So how does a level like this work in multiplayer, or does it not?
Oh, it works.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That I would be furious at the person that I'm playing.
Well, it does get a little challenging because you can't kind of bump on each
Yeah.
other's heads and stuff like that. But you can definitely get through it with 2 players. Oh, and this part's evil. Oh, that's just
Wow.
make it. Oh, it's good. He's almost at the end of the level too. Look at this. I think we just have one last part here.
So is there that sort of, like, when you're playing multiplayer in the recent Mario games, there's that kind of bubble up mechanic where when a character, you know, say your friend or something who isn't as good at you, can sort of like hang back and float along with you? Do we have that option in this game?
Yes, absolutely. You know, if one person disappears or one player disappears, I can always just come back. So there's no worries. You know, even if you scan like another amiibo or something, if you're playing by yourself, if you scan a Yoshi amiibo, like the little yarn Yoshi amiibos or the mega one, it'll duplicate you, so you actually have 2 of yourself, almost like that double cherry, how it works in Super Mario 3D World. So if you lose 1 life, that's okay. You just get the other one just comes right back, and you're cool.
So now you just announced that very giant yarn Yoshi.
Oh man,
Where does this stop? Like,
where's the stop?
Yeah, like, are you going for like adult size next? Like, are you going a house size amiibo? Like, the word amiibo used to mean like small figurines with a chip in the base, and now it's cards, it's yarn stuffed animals and stuff like that. Huge characters, like.
I feel happy I haven't gotten sucked into this yet.
Hey man, I mean, trust me, if they make more amiibo, I don't know if my wallet or my paycheck can handle that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's
but
dangerous.
where does it end? I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to the one coming out in November. Was it November like 15, 16 around there? It's like the big one. I would swear I was just hugging it. I was just hugging it through all the demos I was doing yesterday. It was just in my arms. So
I think it's like, even if you're not having a bad day, that's going to improve your situation either way.
oh, absolutely. Yes, that may be the case.
So what's going on in this giant nightmare world?
Okay, so actually this one is actually a little interesting. So instead of showing you a really difficult world, we're showing you one that has really deep game mechanics. So one of them here is kind of like a wired chain chomp. And what you have to do is the chain chomp has AI in 2 different ways. So right now he's actually in a ball. So you can throw a yarn ball, wrap the chain chomp, and you can start smacking those enemies you wouldn't be you can't otherwise KO them. You can't throw a yarn ball at them. So what's interesting here is in this particular state, this ball will crush enemies, it will crush certain blocks, but you're about to see it really soon where he's going to have to kind of unravel it to do something else. Now, the moment you unravel this chain chomp, he gains active AI. And what that means is he'll start acting kind of on his own. So when you see it eventually, there's going to be another one soon, he'll start to kind of jump and bark and bite, and he can hurt you. But you have to kind of lead him through the level. Like, you're going to need him in every single part. So you're going to have to, like, wrap him and then, like, push him a little bit, then unwrap him, stay away, and then come over here, lead him. So you'll see that very soon.
Disappear, or is he's gonna come back?
Yes, so there's going to be plenty of this. So you'll see it as he goes like, through the level and collecting those yarn balls. Oh, here's a good one on the right side. So if he takes his yarn ball and he sees that, perfect. He's going to wrap that, make a platform. Then he's going to try and toss this. So you see the angles at the top. So if he aims just right, he's going to wrap that. That thing falls, comes back down, and then now he can use it to push to the next area.
So the yarn balls are there to like build platforms and wrap things.
They build platforms. You can stun enemies with them. You can make platforms. You can hit like those little question mark clouds. So they're all there.
The art style, so phenomenal on this. I just want to look at it.
You know what's funny? Like, that's kind of the thing that we did too. Like, I didn't actually notice a lot of the smaller details. Like, some of them, like, I didn't know that if you just really watch slowly when Yoshi walks on things, like, they kind of crush and squish. And I started like looking at his different animations. We showed this just before the Nintendo World Championships at E3 this year, where if he's in like a scary place, he shivers. His little yarn like shivers. It's so adorable, and so like we all like swoon and go, it's so cute. So
yeah, I like how when he's like in the air trying to do his little hover, that the yarn starts spinning underneath him. He gets like a little propeller.
He has these little like yarn sweat beads.
Yeah,
everything's got that like very tangible feel to it, which I just love because I want to. It makes me want to like just build one of the, get a whole box of supplies and build a level in this game.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of what the developers did too. Like I remember they had this kind of drawn out thing where they were messing with all kinds of buttons and felt and sequins and, you know, really studying all of this stuff. So the detail in this game is incredible. I mean, you'll start to even find new things. Even if you've played through most of the game, you start looking at these extra worlds and there's even more detail if you just look at the pins and the yarn tied to those, or like the stitching at the top of different materials. Like it's crazy. It's crazy amount of detail.
I like how you can hit the chain chomp with different colors and change it when it gets back to the good side over here.
Absolutely. If you wanted to, ooh, that's good job. Yeah, if you wanted to make a white or black one, just make sure you get like one of those yarn balls, toss them over, and bam.
So you unwrap him, and then he's able to jump up and sort of follow you, and then you wrap him up again, basically?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as long as the platform is roughly his height or lower, he can just kind of start hopping along with it. So there you go, he's got one of them. Now he has to do one more on this side. He's going to be real careful because he can't KO that enemy just yet. Nice work. Very smart. There you go.
Yeah, it's like the whole game was just created by a really psychotic grandmother.
Well, it's a really psychotic grandmother that has a really, really good taste.
And she's got a big heart. She means well, but she's also like, I want to make you suffer a little bit. What was that? What was that?
I like the circus juggling.
I saw a little
mechanic
secret
thing.
pill in the ceiling there.
Yes, those are everywhere. So there could be a little couples like sequins and other things that you may find, and eventually you may have to like jump sometimes. You'll find like those hidden space and stuff.
Yeah.
They're hidden everywhere. Like there's collectibles, like there's little kind of yarn bundles you can collect. There's like little flowers, there's sequins, there's all kinds of stuff. So the more you explore, I'm sure the more you'll find, especially if it's just like a plain wall over there. You always want to throw something into it, jump into it, just explore, and you never know what you might find.
Yeah, I'm gonna sink a lot of time into this game. Like my completionist thing is gonna be like I need to collect every single thing in this game.
There's a lot of stuff in all these.
I know
levels.
this is gonna be a significant portion
You're
of
never
my
gonna get
adult
through
life.
Oh man, this is good. I think this is one of my favorite parts coming up here soon too. Oh yeah.
So that was only the first part in that stage.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
watch this. You can keep going.
Look at that
will
adorable
be-
little tree. God, I want to just like rip stuff out of this game and put it in my house.
I feel like you're gonna get a lot of scrapbookers who
Yeah.
make fan art out of this, like physical,
man.
embroidered, knitted things.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see what people are doing, or if they just want to be crafty and just start messing with stuff. Oh man, I'm a huge fan of that stuff, because I really can't wait to see what people are going to make out there.
I actually saw a couple people here at PAX Prime cosplaying as Yarn Yoshis, which was just like, you shouldn't run up and hug people that you don't know, but I really wanted to.
It was full body.
It's full body.
Wow.
Like it's kind of like these. It's like a pullover yarn snuggie type of thing.
Oh wait, were there 3 of them?
No,
Which
are
is
they
fun.
are they teaming up and
I
forming
saw
a gang?
in the Nintendo booth, I saw 3 of them, and I asked one of them where did you get this? And she's like, we made this like from hand. Like yeah, we just knitted the whole thing, like everything piece by piece, and we put it all together. I'm like,
I don't even know how to sew like a rip in my jeans, let alone like a full body costume.
I feel like
Yeah.
a rip in your jeans is actually pretty difficult to like make look
You think so?
brand new, unless you're just trying to patch it up together.
That's
but-
right. That's right. Yeah, like I would love to sit down with him and be like, how did you make this? Like, how did you create a full body Yarn Yoshi costume? Next, they're gonna have to build entire levels to run around in.
so the name of this, by the way, is Feel Fuzzy, Get Clingy.
Yep.
Does anyone in the audience know where this reference is from?
I do.
You do.
Yes.
Where
It's-
is it from?
It's the first Yoshi game we ever got. It's a Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy level.
That's
Which was
right.
Basically, like, kind of like a hallucinogenic level.
Yeah, where everything was all warped and
Yeah.
weird, and the music got all funky. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and Yoshi's Island. It was awesome.
So great. I'm glad you get that.
So
That's nice.
what are these crazy Velcro? Are they like Velcro conveyor belts?
It's
basically?
Velcro conveyor belts, so you'll have to kind of stick Yoshi to these Velcro conveyor belts, and when you're on them, there's no way to get off except if you jump. So as long as you're on there, you kind of stick.
He looks like he's in a lot of pain doing that.
He's okay. He's just crawling. It's all right.
So, like when you go to a different level, his changed aesthetic, is that having to do with the Velcro, or you're able to just change how he looks as you go?
The way he looks kind of like almost like a piranha plant?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you unlock these in different levels. So as long as you're collecting all the yarn bundles and make sure you collect everything in each of the levels, there will be a small Yoshi just standing outside the level, and you can just be like, tag, be like, all right, and you can just use that skin.
Oh, that's
whatever
great.
you wear, like wherever you want. So as long as you, if you're the collectionist, Brian, then you'll be able to use them.
So he doesn't get any. There are no new abilities. It's just aesthetic.
It's just aesthetic.
Okay.
If the game wasn't cute enough, we want to make sure that there was plenty more to do.
I love even like the little yarn shy guys that are flying around. Like just the fact that everything got a yarn remix for this game is just so adorable.
And the animation for all of them is actually pretty interesting too. Ooh, a yarn sniffet. You guys remember those guys were from
Mario
Brothers
2.
2? Yeah, dude, Brian, dude, what is?
I know your reference.
This is like-
I could just leave. You can
This is not like just a front for me. Like I chose this life. this is a life I chose.
This is very serious.
It's very serious.
You need to not be here right now. You need to be at home just completing.
Yeah, exactly. This is actually taking me away from playing Mario games myself. Is watching other people do that. It's a good pastime in between the times where I'm playing video games myself. It's always good to see Mario 2 characters because there's a lot of weird ones in that game, and like I feel like they are kind of criminally unrepresented when it comes to Mario lore and canon. This is a real sentence I'm saying with my adult mouth right now.
Go on. I'm not gonna stop you.
Like I woke up this morning and like put on clothes and I came down here to do an interview and we're talking about Mario Brothers 2 characters. Remember the ninja guys? The little ninja stars?
Ninjits, I think they were called.
Yeah, there you go. So you know what I'm talking about. You're part of that universe.
Absolutely. I'm a huge fan of Super Mario Brothers 2, but I think that's kind of the charm of Nintendo games. I don't know. There's something about it where like I can go back to any one of those games and feel completely at home, kind of like a warm blanket, right?
It's kind of like comfort food gaming, right?
That is
you play
totally.
something that you kind of know what to expect and you know you're going to be awesome at it. So I think this game will eventually become part of that universe for me.
I think so too. Like, I kind of, I think about the first time I played this game, and I started seeing the kind of game as it developed, and I didn't see all the levels. I was just seeing like one or two, and I'm like, okay, that's something cute. Like things are felt. I kind of get it. But I started playing it and started slowly realizing, like, the small things that make you kind of smile and be like, oh, that's so awesome. And it makes you kind of giddy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just seeing Yoshi get stuck to something, seeing Yoshi shiver, seeing Yoshi like, those small details really make it like. They really make it, I don't know, they make it like Nintendo. It just feels good.
It does. I want to ask you a scientific question. What is a Yoshi?
A Yoshi is a Yoshi.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say that.
A Yoshi is a Yoshi.
Because you guys have this, there's this like, it's like a style book where it's just like, Yoshis are Yoshis.
You're not allowed to like.
Yeah. They're not dinosaur dogs.
No, they're nothing like that.
There are no male or females. Is this correct?
Yoshis are Yoshis.
Yoshis are Yoshis.
See?
That's like when you're a kid and you're in an argument with somebody and you're like, why? And they go, because.
That's right.
You can't get anything more.
Yeah, you can't get anything more. And you're just like, I guess you win.
Yes, you can just win. Because is a great answer.
What is a 100-year-old Yoshi? Is it an old Yoshi or is it just a Yoshi?
Do they age?
You can call.
I'm
them
gonna catch you on
Yoshis.
this.
Okay,
We're chipping away. We are chipping away to that.
Listen, if you want to talk about a 100-year-old Yoshi being an old Yoshi, he's old because we think it's 100 years. So technically, yeah, he could be an old Yoshi, but he's still a Yoshi.
Do
You
they
were
age?
really good at this, man.
Just saying, man. Just saying.
This is by the way hard-hitting video game journalism today. We're really getting to the core of it here.
If
People
you
have
really
asked
wanna
for better video game journalism, and today we're finding out what an old Yoshi is called, and it's just a Yoshi, right?
It's just a Yoshi.
Have any of the Mario characters really aged though throughout the years?
No, because the experiences they provide never get old.
You're really
You're
good.
good at- yeah, you're-
Wow, he's doing a victory dance and everything.
Anyone taking notes on this? Is anyone back at work going, hey, JC's on YouTube? Like, all right, IGN, all right, he said nice things, great.
Now, Jordan, like, what's your connection with Nintendo? Like, what's your sort of like history? How did you come up with Nintendo?
I think the first game, it's going to make me sound really young right now.
Yeah?
But the first game that I really got into was Mario Kart on 64.
Awesome game.
Yeah,
Awesome
that
game.
was great, just like in kindergarten and battling against other friends. And yeah, it's weird how with the older games, when you think back to them, you view it in like it's super high def to you,
Yeah.
and then you go back and actually play. You're like, wow, this doesn't look anything like I remember it.
It's really interesting. I think like you get that effect a lot with the 3D games. With like old 2D Mario games, they kind of like they look exactly as you remember them.
Right.
But I remember Mario Kart 64. Like when I think about it, it looks like Mario Kart 8 in my
Yeah.
brain. And you go back and play it, and like they're basically like two-dimensional drawings of Mario, and he's turning. It's just like. But I absolutely loved the battle mode in that game.
Yeah, that was
Very good.